All right, so you're finally in class 10. First off, welcome. This is a huge year, and I bet you're feeling a mix of excitement and, yeah, maybe a little bit of pressure. Don't worry, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to lay out the ultimate game plan for you.
You've heard this one before, haven't you? Some uncle, some senior, someone has probably told you this. It's this whole idea that you've got to study for like 1,000,000 hours, that it's this impossible mountain to climb, and getting good marks is just out of reach.
Okay, I need you to just forget you ever heard that. Seriously. The truth? Class 10 can be the absolute best, most fun, most memorable year of your life. And that dream of scoring a 95 or even a 98%, it's totally, completely achievable. You just need the right game plan and to sidestep a few common mistakes. You know what? To really get what I'm talking about, let me tell you a quick story. It's about two students, and it perfectly breaks down the difference between just working hard and working smart. So let's meet our two students, Chintu and Mintu. Both were pretty average in class 9. Now, fast forward to class 10. Chintu hits the books for 6 hours every single day. Mintu, on the other hand, he's studying for maybe 3-4 hours max. Same school, same teachers, same books. But when the results came out, Chintu got 65%, and Mintu, a whopping 95%. So what gives? How on earth did that happen? Mintu didn't have a magic wand. He just avoided the mistakes Chintu made. And that's exactly what we're going to do in this explainer. We're going to break down how you can be the Mintu in this story. We'll bust that class 10 myth, get you into the right mindset for smart work, build your study blueprint, talk about consistency, and, of course, I'll share some final tips from me, your Bhaiya, to guide you along the way. Let's kick things off with the biggest, most damaging mistake of all. This is the one that really held Chintu back before he even cracked open a book. It's all about what's going on in your head. This right here, this was Chintu's whole problem. He had this thought stuck in his head. I didn't do great in class 9, so there's no way I can be a topper. And that belief, it became his reality. If you walk into class 10 already thinking you can't succeed, well, you probably won't. So listen to me on this. Your past scores do not define your future potential, period.
So from right now, this very second, I want you to adopt this mantra. Say it out loud, write it down, stick it on your wall. Keep saying it until it becomes a part of you. If you can genuinely decide right now that this is going to be your best year ever, you've already won half the battle. This mindset is your foundation. Everything else builds on this.
Okay, so you've got the mindset on lock. Awesome. Now it's time for action. This is where we get into Mintu's secret weapon, smart study. It's not about how many hours you put in, it's about what you put into those hours. And smart study, it really just boils down to these 4 pillars. 1, focused hours. 2 or 3 hours of deep, no distractions work beats 6 hours of half-hearted studying any day. 2, daily targets, which we'll dive into in a sec. 3, having a different game plan for each subject. And 4, self-study. This is where the real learning, the magic, really happens. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. Do I need one of those super strict, color-coded, hour-by-hour timetables? And look, they can work for some people, sure, but there's another way, a more flexible and honestly, a much more powerful method. Let me introduce you to the daily target strategy. It's super simple, but a total game changer. Every night before you go to sleep, just write down 2 or 3 small, achievable goals for the next day. Things like finish chapter 1 of math or make notes for the first science chapter. That's it. Your only mission for that day is to tick off those goals. It gives you so much clarity and focus. So you've got your targets for the day. But how do you actually, study to meet them? Let's build the blueprint for the real nuts and bolts of your study sessions. Here's the plan. First, actually look at your syllabus and set some bigger picture targets. Second, your holy grail, your core resources, are your NCERT textbook and just one, good question bank. That's it. Third, and guys, this is non-negotiable. You have to create your own notes. Don't just borrow them. Writing it down yourself locks it into your brain. And finally, for subjects like math, write out the entire calculation. We've all been there, right? You solve it in your head, think, yeah, I got this, and then make a silly mistake on the final step in the exam. Practice it all the way through. All right, here's a big, clear target for you. I want you to aim to have your entire syllabus done and dusted by the end of October. Why? Because that gives you November, December, and January, 3 whole months for nothing but revision, solving papers, and practice.
That, my friends, is how toppers are made. It's a game changer.
We're in the home stretch now. Let's cover the last 2 major pitfalls that can trip you up, even if you're doing everything else right.
Let me introduce you to this C rule. It stands for consistency, and it is probably the most powerful rule of them all. Think of it this way. Success in Class 10 isn't a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon. It's not about pulling one 10-hour study session. It's about showing up every single day.
So, what's the magic number? Just 1. That's it. Even on your busiest day, when there's a wedding or a party, you can find 1 hour of focus study. I promise you, 1 hour every single day will beat a 10-hour cram session once a week, hands down. Make that 1 hour non-negotiable.
Okay, mistake number 5. This one is so common, especially now with YouTube. You watch a science video from one teacher, then another, then a third one for the same topic. It's not that the teachers aren't good, they're all amazing, but jumping around like that just wastes your most precious asset, your time. So pick one teacher for each subject whose style you like and stick with them. All right, that covers the core game plan. Now, for the final round, just a few extra tips. Think of it as some friendly advice from your big brother, or baya to you, just to make sure you really have the best year possible.
First, and I really mean this, please enjoy this year. Go play sports, hang out with your friends. This time will not come back. Second, use the Sunday revision rule. Just 1 or 2 hours every Sunday to quickly go over everything you learned that week. Third, and this is huge, stop comparing your marks to anyone else. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. And last one, curate your YouTube feed. Unsubscribe from distractions and follow channels that teach you something. Feed your brain good stuff. And so we end right where we started. This is your mantra. This is your promise to yourself. This year isn't just about getting good grades. It's about showing yourself what you're truly capable of. You've got the whole year in front of you. You've got the strategy, and you absolutely have the potential. Now it's time to go out there and absolutely